Hi, my entomologists. It's Miss Shannon, and this week is all about insects. We're going to learn about some really cool bugs. Now, who could tell me what the word entomologist means? It's someone who studies bugs. So this week we are all entomologists. Can you say entomologist? I know it's kind of a tricky word, but let's get started learning about bugs and insects. All insects have antennas and 6 legs, and they have 3 parts of the body. One is the head, where the eyes, the antenna, and the mouth are. Another part is the thorax, which is the middle part of the body, where the legs and if the insect has the wings will be. And the third part is the abdomen, where the heart and other organs live. So those are the 3 parts of the insect. Now, you might be thinking that we're going to be learning about other animals that have 8 legs or don't actually meet these characteristics. And those are like spiders. They're arachnids, but we're still going to learn about them because this week we're learning about all of the creepy crawlers of the earth. All right, let's start started in learning some of the insects. Who could tell me what kind of insect this is? This is a ladybug, and they're omnivores, which means that they eat both plants and meat. So they eat the plants, but they also eat little tiny insects that like to eat the plants as well. And they can live to be 2 or 3 years old. Do you see how colorful this ladybug is? Ladybugs are colorful because they use that to protect themselves from predators. Basically, their colorful design says, eat something else. I taste terrible. You don't want to eat a ladybug. So not all ladybugs have spots. Some have stripes and some have no markings at all. There are a lot of ladybugs out there. And in the winter, ladybugs look for places to hibernate when it gets cold. And that is a ladybug. Let's learn about some other insects. Who could tell me what kind of insect this is? This is a honeybee, and they're herbivores, which means that they eat plants. They eat nectar and pollen, and they live in a colony in a beehive, and they can live up to 5 years old. Now, honeybees give us honey and beeswax for us to use, and there are 3 types of honeybees. There are workers who build and protect the hive, and they also collect the pollen and the nectar. There's the queen, and there's only 1 queen in each hive, and they guide the behavior of the hive. And there are drones, which are the male honeybees, and that is the honeybee. Let's learn about our next insect. Who could tell me what insect this is? This is an ant, and ants are omnivores. Who remembers what an omnivore is? It's something that eats plants and meat. So ants eat seeds, nectar, and other insects. And they live in a colony underground or in an ant mound or in a tree. And when there's a lot of ants, it's called an army. And ants can live from several weeks old to a year old. There are 3 types of ants, just like there are 3 types of honeybees. There are the workers who protect the colony and also go get the food. There's the queen who runs the colony, and then there are the male ants. And that is the ant. Let's learn about our next insect. Who could tell me what insect this is? This is a mosquito, and they're omnivores, which means they eat what again, cherubs? Meat and plants. Now, adult mosquitoes will eat nectar and plant juice. Something that's really interesting is that only female mosquitoes can drink the blood. And you know what they do with the blood? They don't eat it themselves. They give it to their eggs for the protein. Mosquitoes can live between 2 weeks and 6 months long. And when there's a bunch of mosquitoes together, it's called a swarm. And that is the mosquito. Let's learn about our last insect. Who could tell me what insect this is? This is a butterfly, and they are herbivores. Who can tell me what an herbivore is? It's something that eats plants, huh? So butterflies eat leaves and they eat nectar. Now, butterflies go through something called a metamorphosis, which means a change. They start off as an egg and are born as a caterpillar, and then they make a chrysalis. And what happens in the chrysalis, guys? They go from a caterpillar to a butterfly. Now, a butterfly's wingspan can be 1 to 11 inches long. Now, a pencil is actually 7.5 inches. So let's look at this pencil and think maybe some butterflies' wingspans are that long. Most flutter by at least 5 to 12 miles per hour. That's pretty fast for such a little guy. And did you know that butterflies taste with their feet? Isn't that so cool? And that is the butterfly cherubs. Those are just 5 insects that we can go outside and find ourselves. Which insect was your favorite? Mine are the honeybees. I love honeybees. What's one new thing you learned? I learned that butterflies taste with their feet. I think that's really cool. All right, well, thank you so much for learning insects with me this week, cherubs. Bye, my entomologists.